Okay, so every day there's technical issues. So this is the second try, or more like the third try. Anyway, so today is February 1st, Thursday. How much time for rapture till tomorrow? February 2nd, Friday. It's the 21st day of the 11th month in Elo calendar. And also how much time for major FF. Okay, so I have a few things to discuss today. First of all is the article that I've come across this morning, rather comical. So as other articles that related to quote-unquote the space. A spacecraft touched the sun's corona. Now it will probe its hidden forces. Again, they successfully sent a spacecraft into space. And right there in front of the sun's corona, again, they need to bring it up, corona, the crown. I think it's on the verge of the beginning of the Great Tribulation, the NWO, which means the revealing of the Antichrist. But it's really triggered by the trigger event, which is we are waiting for the rapture. Okay, so hidden forces. What hidden forces? There's no hidden forces, except they are referring to something else. Anyway, okay. So the numbers here are pretty much self-explanatory. 26 and then 55. Again, 55 means Satan, SS. And also if you flip the 5 upside down is 22, time reset. And what is comical is the jokes that they tell here within this article. The first one is the sun being a massive ball of gas doesn't have a true surface. So I've discussed this before. The book of Enoch, the sun is a disk and the moon is a disk. They are same size. They're not ball of gas. And the sun's brightness is 7 times brighter than the moon. Okay, so Helios 2, Helio refers to Satan, 27 million miles to, which is 7-11, and then 81 million miles, 81, so 81 is also equivalent to 18. And it's referred to 811. Let's see, 4386. So December 24, 2024, that's a 1224, 2 times 24. 3.83 million miles from the sun's surface. So 383, so 888 is 888 is refer to Jesus Christ. 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. So 25 yesterday, I've discussed this yesterday in my video. Okay, so the second joke. Let's see. So the probe survives these close encounters along with the sun's temperatures because the sun's corona isn't particularly dense. Similar to the way your hand can withstand being in the oven longer than being in a pot of boiling water. So the probe is also protected with a heat shield that keeps the spacecraft in the shade as well as an onboard cooling system. So I just wonder, so much they don't know and they still have a hard time to go to space. all of a sudden they really understand the sun's corona really well. They know exactly what is the temperature of the sun's corona, and plus on top of that, they are able to build a heat shield to withstand that temperature and a cooling system. So that's a second joke they tell. Then, the sun, they have to associate the sun with Venus. So the Pope will pass Venus for the final time in November. So November is 11. 11 means destruction. So the sun is Osiris. Venus is his wife, mother wife, Isis, queen of heaven, which is, I believe, is Sophia. So they have to pair the sun with Venus. Okay, so now I'd like to thank you, my viewer, Christian. He brought up a topic for discussion last night. I usually don't discuss anything that related to the entertainment industry. I want to say entertainment business. Anyway, but I think this is more than just a tennis bracelet. Okay, there are multiple meanings behind this TNT tennis bracelet. I will discuss this right now. So here you go, that's a 2,260%. So 2260. And the victory against Baltimore Ravens is 1710. I believe they are hinting the Noah's flood, 1710. And then this is Super Bowl coming Sunday, is the 58th Super Bowl game. And I think they really hinting the Noah's flood, the first judgment and the second judgment. This is not a judgment. So the first judgment and the copy, the counterfeit of the Noah's flood is coming. Okay, so why? TNT. T stands for multiple meanings here. Tower. So TT tower, two towers. The most significant virtual time shift at the time in 2001. Two towers, so TT. T is the 20th alphabet, so 20. N is 14, so 20, 14, 10, 20, 14, 20. So 2020 is their made up perfect vision number. So TT. So T stands for tower and tsunami, right? So two towers and two tsunamis. So 2, 9 plus 1 plus 1. So they're hinting the second one is coming. And it's related to the Noah's flood. The 10th day, everybody got raptured, got on the boat, and then the 17th day, the flood came, first judgment of God on earth. Okay, so diamonds. Diamonds mean more than just a precious stone for jewelry. And I discussed this a long time ago, like a few months ago, I think the beginning of last year or something. You can tell they really like diamonds. Besides bloodbath, they like diamonds bath at the same time. Let's see. And then this company called Wolf, okay, is on Prince Street. So the first time when I saw this Prince Street last night, the first thing came to my mind was Prince, the what's that called? The Vampire Charles. So might be hinting his end day is coming as well. Let's see. So now TNT 2014-20, there are numbers of combination of the numbers here. 12, 14, 21, 22, 24, 42 is 12 is a time number, and then they've been using this number for quite some time for the past few weeks, and I've discussed this in my previous video, if not yesterday, but like both yesterday and the videos lately. 14 refer to Jesus crucified on the 14th day, and then 21 is the reverse of 12. At the same time, again, it's a time number. 22 time reset, 24 related to Jesus, and it's also a reverse of 42, which is the middle of the week, the middle of the 7 years Great Tribulation. So 42. Okay, so wolf is the past tense of week of Germanic origin from an Indo-European root shared by Greek web and Sanskrit spider. So they're talking about telling us where they're from, right? Indo-European is the bloodline, the offspring bloodlines migrated from Europe to Asia. So as north in Europe is Russia, west is, of course, Germany, blah, blah, all those countries. The Middle East and to India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. So that's why they're telling us their history, and also web spider, and they are trapping the matrix people within the web, which is the matrix. Wolf also is the animal, WOFE, so similar pronunciation. Okay, so let's see, and then Christian also mentioned that, let's see, Prince, the singer, released an album 1999 on October 27, 1982. Of course, it's 27 here, right? 711, and then there's a 288, 1982, so 88. There's a 19 there, Slaughter, and then he spanned the revolution, of course, from the turning point of 1999 into 2000, and then the whole 2000, till now is like the revolution of human, earth, and everything, and then so from the dates that he performed Purple Rain during the Super Bowl halftime show, it was on February 4th, 2007 at Dolphins Stadium in Miami, Florida. Again, they're hinting something here. And then to this coming Super Bowl, February 11th, is exactly 6,216 days. So that's a 6 times 6 times 6 here. 17 years and 7 days, 17. And then 7 is related to Noah's flood. At the same time, I've discussed this when I discussed Son of Perdition, Revelation 17:7. But the angel said to me, "Why do you wonder? I will explain to you the secret symbolic meaning of the mystery of the woman, as well as of the beast having the 7 heads and 10 horns that carries her." And then 888 weeks is the number 888 is associated with Jesus. So now there's a blackout in 2013 Super Bowl. It's also a dragon year, but it's a water dragon. And from the water dragon to this year, the wood dragon is exactly 4,026 days. So that's a 66, 24, 42, 44, 9 plus 1 plus 1. And then it's exactly 11 years, 9 days. Okay. So now TNT, the T representing towers, which is the first event, time shift event in 2001. And then they're hinting the second one is coming. The T means tsunami. So here is the search that I did earlier this morning, and a list of questions that they just automatically populated on the search page. Tsunami and tsunami. What is the difference between a tsunami and a tidal wave? A tidal wave is by definition a wave caused by ocean tides, whereas a tsunami is almost always caused by an earthquake underwater. What is the rarest cause of tsunami? The impact of an asteroid or a meteorite in the sea. What is the rarest tsunami? Mega tsunami. The mega tsunami, like a travel speed of a jet aircraft, and can get up to 12 miles, equivalent to 20 kilometers inland. So in this measurement, the measuring system miles to kilometers, so 12 is equal to 20, right? So that's why they keep mentioning 12, and then 20 is T and T, inland. Okay. A mega tsunami is an extremely rare and destructive phenomenon that strikes the world every few thousand years. You know, we can just refer back to the Bible, God's judgment on Babylon, on Egypt, and several different places with tsunami, with the flooding. Besides the major first judgment of the earth, right? So, okay. Teletsunami is a tsunami that originates from a distant source defined as more than 1,000 km, equivalent to 620 miles away, or 3 hours travel from the sea to the area of interest, sometimes traveling across an ocean. Okay, so what is an example of a teletsunami? As an example, a teletsunami generated by a South American seismic event would take 12 to 13 hours to reach Hawaii. Okay. What causes a distant tsunami? A large and sudden displacement of the ocean, usually the result of an earthquake below or near the ocean floor. What happens immediately before a tsunami? strong or long earthquakes, a loud roar, like a train or an airplane from the ocean, and unusual ocean behavior. Okay, so then, is there a second wave after a tsunami? There may be also be more than one series of tsunami waves if a very large earthquake triggers local landslides, which in turn trigger additional tsunamis. How tall do tsunamis get? A notable exception was, so no more than 100 feet above sea level, but a notable exception was the 1958 tsunami triggered by a landslide in a narrow bay on Alaska's coast. Its over 1,700-foot wave was the largest ever recorded for a tsunami. So remember, this coming Super Owl is 58 Super Owl. In 1958, that's the largest tsunami in record. The wave was 1,720 foot, 1720. Okay. So they're hinting this. Exactly. Has the U.S. ever been hit by a tsunami? Approximately 28 tsunamis with run-up greater than 1 meter have occurred along the U.S. West Coast since 1812. Again, there's an 18 here, there's a 12 here. What's the most active tsunami area? The Pacific. What happens if a tsunami hits another tsunami? So this just what they want you to believe, okay? The waves would continue on their paths with some amount of addition or subtraction. So the whole TNT tennis bracelet actually is hinting on this, okay?